Happy Prime Days, everybody. So I am here. I've been doing some searching and I've got some deals for new content creators that I wanted to share with you. This is going to be a quick video and links for all of the items are going to be down in the description below. These are all affiliate links, which means if you click on one of those, then the channel is going to get a small commission. I would really appreciate it. You're not going to pay any more for it, but I want to be completely upfront and honest about what that is. So with that, let's get started and roll right into the first item. All right, so we're going to start out with the cheapest microphone on our list today, or actually the cheapest item overall on our list today, and that is the Pop Voice Professional Lavalier mic. And I've had this one, as you can see, in my bag since 2016, so long time I've had this microphone. And it has always served me well. I don't use it a lot, but if you ever need a lavalier, if you ever need a microphone that's kind of out of the way, especially if you're out and about and doing a shoot or whatever, this is a great option for that. And the great thing about this is it takes no power. It plugs directly into your phone and it will level up your audio game almost immediately. It's very, very plug and play to use. And for only $7.99, I mean, that's it's not an expensive product anyway. It's only $10 normally, but you might as well save $2 here and get it on the Prime Day deal. All right, so if you're looking for a step up and you record most of your audio while sitting at a desk or somewhere stationary, this is a great option for that. This is the Fifine XLR and USB gaming microphone, and it is on sale right now from normally it's $71.99, although that price is a little misleading. It's never really that much, just normally on Amazon. However, there is a Prime Day deal right now for $47.59, and for this, you get everything that you see here. Not only do you get the microphone itself, which I've heard in multiple other YouTube videos, and you probably have too, and it sounds really good, but you also get the boom microphone that comes with it, so you can actually set this thing up and be ready to roll in 15 minutes or whatever. So you'll be ready to go and record really, really good audio using your phone, using a DSLR camera, whatever you have and whatever you're using for your videos. This will definitely be a step up on what you're currently using. So now I got to be honest, I was very tempted by this deal. However, I'm going to hold out because the next deal for me is probably the one that I'm really looking at. And that deal is the Mayano XLR and USB dynamic microphone kit. Same thing as before, you get not only the microphone, but you also get the boom arm and everything that you see here. You also get a really long cord that comes with it. This one is a little bit more expensive, so $63.74 versus $79.99 usually. Plus, on this one, you do get a $5 off coupon, so actually take that down another $5, $58.74 for a really, really good quality mic. Again, I've heard this one on multiple YouTube videos. Personally, I like the sound of this one more than I like the sound of the Fifine, but that's very subjective, and that's my opinion of it. But I think this one sounds better, and so this is probably the one that I'm going to grab. And, when you look at everything that it comes here, and it comes with the software that you can use to get even better sound of it, which is something you don't get on the Fifine. You do get the RGB lighting, just like on the Fifine, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't bother me either. And, with the boom arm and everything that it comes with, I think this is a great deal for $58.74. All right, and then one last microphone deal here before we move on, and this is the Audio-Technica AT2020. This microphone has been around for a while, a long time, and it sounds really good. This is definitely more expensive than the other two, and it's a little bit different because this is a condenser mic as opposed to a dynamic. However, for $98.04, this is usually $150, so this is a smoking deal on this microphone if you are so inclined. I've heard this microphone in other videos and I really do like the sound of it. For me personally, I think I'll probably go with the Mayano, but this would also be an excellent choice. And you don't get all of the fanciness that you got in the other ones. In other words, you don't get the boom arm. However, you do get a microphone stand that you can use, and you do get the cord that it needs. This is a USB microphone only, so you don't get the option of using XLR like you do with the other two microphones that we just looked at. However, if you don't care about that and you're just looking for a USB microphone, this is a great way to go. And even though this one doesn't come with a boom mount, that's really not that big of a deal because you can grab a really good one on Amazon. For example, in my next one, this is the InnoGear mic boom arm for a microphone. And you can get a lot cheaper ones off of Amazon, and actually there's some cheaper ones that are in Prime Day deals right now. But this one, for me, I just like the looks of it. I like the fact that it covers the cables and keeps it kind of a nice clean look, as opposed to the one that I have now, which is just kind of bare metal and you can see wires, and it just doesn't look as good to me as this one. This one right now is $10 off, $37.48. So a decent enough deal for a mic stand if you really are looking for one of these. And it does come with that riser so you can get up over your monitor if you need a little bit of extra height. So I like this one. If I wasn't getting that Mayano and I was going to go with a different kind of microphone that needed a boom arm, this is probably the one that I would go with. So if you're getting any value at all from this video, why don't you click that like button down below? I would really appreciate it. And hey, you know what? You could also subscribe to the channel if you want to kind of follow along with my journey as a new content creator on YouTube. That would be awesome. I think you should do it. All right, so moving on to lighting. This is the Torgem softbox photography lighting kit. This is a 16 by 16 softbox, so it's not huge, but if you just need lights, if you're trying to level up your lighting game, and maybe right now you're using windows and you're using daylight, this is a nice cheap way for you to kind of level that up and get something that you can use whatever time of day it is. It doesn't matter if the sun is shining outside. So again, 16 by 16 is not a big light, but what I really do like about this kit is the fact that the light is adjustable. So you can go anywhere from 3000 up to 7500 Kelvin. So you can get a warm light if you want that. Personally, if you're doing video, I probably wouldn't use that, but you can set it, right around 5600 Kelvin and get that nice daytime look, even if you're recording at night. So that's nice. It does come with a remote control as well, so that you can turn these lights on and off. Again, very simple setup, $39.99. It says $89.99 as the normal list price, but you can usually get these less than that. You can usually get this about 50 bucks. So you're probably only saving $10 here. But again, if you're looking for something just kind of out of the box to get set up and get a little bit better with your lighting, this would be a good option for that. Now, the next one I have is actually an even better way to level up. And if I was in the need for lights, which I'm not, I have lights in my studio right now, but if I needed lights, this is probably where I would turn. This is the newer, these are 13-inch LED video light panels, and they are right now, instead of 170 bucks, they're $93.79. And just like the other one, these are adjustable, so you can go anywhere from 3200 Kelvin up to 5600 Kelvin, which is ideal. And it's also dimmable, so on the back of the panel itself, you can see exactly where you're at and exactly what percentage of the light that you're using. So if you don't need crazy bright, like you probably don't need 100% all of the time, you can dim this down and use it to get a much better lighting experience. So these are really good lights. It comes with two 4000 mAh batteries, so you should get a long time. It says on here 1.5 hours of continuous lighting time that you can use these for. You can also plug them in, obviously, but if you're out and about or whatever and you just need a nice quick lighting setup, this would work well. And the great news about this one is for that $93.79, you get two of them. So you can have your key light, you can have your fill light, you can do whatever you need to do, and this is kind of an all-in-one deal for you to really get started. So next up on the list is the one and only camera that I included today. Now, I'll be completely transparent here. I don't use a DSLR camera for my videos. I shoot everything on an iPhone 14 Pro Max, but that's me. That's what I prefer to use, and honestly, I don't really want to shell out 1,500 bucks or even 1,000 bucks for a camera when I already have a really good quality camera on my phone. However, with that being said, this did seem like a good deal to me, so I wanted to include it if you are so inclined and if you're looking for a DSLR camera. This is the Sony a7 III, and it's a full frame mirrorless interchangeable lens camera. This does come with a 28 to 70 millimeter lens. So, you know, it's a nice quality camera. You get the 3-inch LCD in the back. This one does not flip out, so that's kind of the one downside of this particular camera. But again, I wanted to include it because if you're looking at this camera, or you have been looking at this camera, you can get it for 25% off now for $1,500. All right, so we've talked microphones, we've talked lighting, we've talked camera. Now we're going to talk about how to hold that camera. This is for your stabilization. This is the Sensign, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what we're going to go with, is Sensign 62-inch phone, tripod, and selfie stick. So good news on this one is you kind of get both. You get the tripod and you get the selfie stick, which is nice. The bad news, kind of the downside here, is it's only 62 inches high at its highest point. So what is that, 2 inches over 5 foot? It's not going to be the biggest tripod that you can buy, and it's certainly not the most stable tripod that you can buy. But if you need something cheap, I actually use something similar to this on my desk as I'm recording videos, and it makes it a nice, easy way for me to hold my camera, get some stability from it, and if I ever wanted to take it out and go and shoot video, like walking around or whatever, something like that, I could do it with the selfie stick part of it, and you know, it would kind of look like this. So a decent enough deal, $15.98 for this versus $29.99 usually. So they're saying 47% off. You can actually get this cheaper than that $29.99 on a normal day. But again, it's a Prime Day deal, and if you're looking for something nice and cheap, this is a nice way to go. You can get bigger sizes of this. So the 67-inch is $19.98. The 72-inch is $22.09. So there are some other options here. You can even go all the way up to a 92-inch for $25.49. Although, again, I think at that height, once you start getting really high on these things, I just don't know how stable it's going to be. Because if it's anything like the one that I have on my desk right now, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my, you know, whatever, $1,000 phone or $1,000 camera on a tripod that's maybe not so sturdy for that. But that's just me. And then finally, this is the Victiv tripod. This is a 74-inch tripod, so a little over 6 feet. Great way for you to go, and a really stable way for you to hold your phone or your camera. It comes with the attachments for both so that you can do either one, and you can get this one for $29.59. So you're getting $10 off during Prime Days. And if you need a new tripod, if you're looking for something that you can put your phone on or your camera on that you can feel confident about, this is a nice option for that. It's not a crazy expensive one. Like, you know, you can, on tripods, you can get crazy. You can get insane. You can get up to $100 on a tripod if you wanted, or even probably more than that. But I don't know. I'm not really an expert on that because I'm not spending that kind of money on a tripod for me personally. But that's not the kind of videos that I shoot. If I was shooting those kind of videos, then maybe I would want something higher end. But for just something that you're going to use on a normal basis, especially if you're just getting started out, $29.59 is a great way to go for this, to get you a great tripod and a great way to hold your phone or your camera. All right, so that's all I've got, but if I have you for one more minute, why don't you click on that button right there and you can watch another video. You can see a little bit more about my journey on YouTube. With that, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.